Welcome to the introduction to perspective drawing. I aim to demonstrate the practical aspects of perspective drawing using this model of a house and a piece of glass representing the picture plane. We are going to draw the perspective view of this model of a house on a sheet of glass which represents the picture plane. The following terms will be explained: the picture plane, spectator, vanishing points, the horizon line, and the ground. This is the model of the house in its position. I'm going to set a piece of glass representing the picture plane in place. I will draw the perspective view on that glass. That's the glass going into position. That's the surface of the glass. Now the drawing is going to appear on that surface. First of all, we'll draw a line along the bottom of the house. Now up at the eave of the house, along the gutter, and then the top of the window and the bottoms of the windows and the top of the roof. Now along the ground on the end of the house, back up to the eave or the gutter, the top of the window, and now the windowsill. Now we're going to draw the vertical lines next. Starting on the right hand side, we're going to draw the end of the house there, and then the edge of the first window, and continue to draw each of the vertical lines as we progress across the front of it. And now it's the last window, and then the corner of the house. Now the gable windows, just the vertical lines on the gable windows. And of course the last line then will be the end of the house there. And that's the construction lines drawn of the house. Now the lines are all converging towards the left, and they end up at a point here, and that point is called the vanishing point. I call it vanishing point 1. And over on the right hand side, the lines converge to a point again, and again this is vanishing point 2. And that's the construction lines drawn. The next thing now is to line in the house. That's the house lined in. And again, we'll look at the lines converging to the vanishing point 1, and on the other side, the vanishing point 2. The two vanishing points are on a line called the horizon line. So I have put a sheet of white paper behind the drawing so that we can see the drawing. I'm joining the vanishing point 1 to vanishing point 2, and that line there is called the horizon line. We just call it HL. The house is drawn there, and the line along the bottom is called the ground line. The horizon line is a line that's at eye level. The two vanishing points are on the horizon line. The ground line is the line of intersection between the picture plane and the ground, and the height from the ground to the horizon line is the height of the spectator. In other words, the height to the eye level. And of course the vanishing points are always at eye level. This is what we've just drawn here. Drawn on the glass. You can see the vanishing points on both sides. Now we're going to look directly down on top of the glass, or in other words, the top of the picture plane. That's the picture plane there now, one single line. And now we're going to have a look at the front of it again. Now you can see the ground line. It's the intersection between the picture plane and the ground. When you're given the spectator and you're asked to find the vanishing point, if you draw parallel to the end of the house until you hit the picture plane, you'll get vanishing point number 1. And again, from the spectator parallel with the front of the house until you hit the picture plane, and that gives you vanishing point 2. Now when you look level along the spectator, you can see that that's the horizon line. That's the introduction to perspective drawing complete.